환영합니다. Welcome to K-Culture Dive, where we dive deeper into the heart of Korean culture. With K-entertainment issues, AI culture news, and today our weekly K-sports segment. And I'm your host, Kwon So-ah. Let's dive in. Joining us this Tuesday is my co-host Bella Kim. Hello, Bella.
Hi, Soa. And hello to everyone joining us today on K-Culture Dive. I'm Bella, back again to co-host and fill you guys all in with some exciting K-entertainment news.
So let's get started with K-Enter News, Bella. You know, this week, we can basically call it the BTS week.
Of course.
Because we are awaiting their comeback this Friday. And today, we're going to focus on the logistics or the preparations underway.
That's correct, Soa. Excitement is definitely building as BTS prepare for their big comeback performance at Gwanghwamun Square. Last Sunday, stage installation began at the square ahead of the concert scheduled for this Saturday, March 21st at 8 p.m. Korean time. And some parts of the area are temporarily closed with fences set up around the stage and traffic restricted. With the installment of banners welcoming BTS and their fans, the excitement is definitely already filling the air with many fans visiting the site and taking photos near the stage. On the day of the concert, access to most buildings nearby will be restricted and local businesses are preparing for large crowds. What I can tell you guys is that Seoul will be colored in purple. Even the ice cream at a cafe near Gwanghwamun Square will be in BTS signature color. BTS will release their fifth full-length album Arirang on this Friday, March 20th. The comeback performance on this Saturday will be streamed live worldwide on Netflix.
It definitely will be a weekend to remember for BTS and their fans, and actually the whole capital Seoul. It's going to be huge. Our next story is also on a globally massive K-pop group.
Yes, we're going to be talking about Blackpink. They have reached a major milestone on Korea's music streaming platform, Melon, surpassing 3.6 billion total streams. According to Melon's music data analysis content data lab, the group recorded about 2.6 billion streams with their group songs and over 1 billion streams from each member's solo tracks.
So to put that into perspective, this figure amounts to over 70 streams for every person in South Korea.
Wow, that sounds fantastic hearing it like that. And also, Soa, can you take a guess which song out of the Blackpink songs recorded the most streams on Melon?
Oh, that's a difficult one. How about How You Like That?
Oh, How You Like That? Yes, I mean, close. That was actually number one. That is actually number one on Spotify.
Oh.
Now, on Melon, the song that recorded the most stream is their signature hit song, 마지막처럼, which is As If It's Your Last, released back in 2017 with over 260 million streams on its own. And other popular tracks such as 두두두두 and Playing With Fire have also exceeded 200 million streams each. The members have also achieved strong solo streaming records, further proving Blackpink's global influence. Together, their songs have spent a total of 916 days in the top 10 of Melon's daily chart, with Lovesick Girl staying the longest.
Wow, their songs never get old.
I know.
And now let's talk about a girl group. That's a pretty young girl group, I would say, right?
Yes.
But they have a very great milestone.
Definitely, Soa. ILIT have reached another great milestone on the global music streaming platform Spotify. According to Spotify, the group's song Jealous has surpassed 100 million streams, making it their 7th song to achieve such a milestone. Jealous, a B-side track on ILIT's third mini-album, Bomb, is a dance pop song featuring witty lyrics about jealousy. The group have gained a lot of praise for their high-energy choreography and stable live performances. ILIT's songs have now accumulated more than 2.5 billion total streams on Spotify, and their debut track, Magnetic alone, has surpassed 700 million streams in about a year and 7 months, setting the fastest record among K-pop group debut songs. Other tracks, including Lucky Girl Syndrome, Do the Dance, and Not Cute Anymore, have also surpassed 100 million streams each, demonstrating the group's growing popularity in the global music industry.
And congratulations. And there's actually their second anniversary coming up next week.
Very soon, yes.
So I guess it's very great news before their debut anniversary or second debut anniversary.
Right.
And thank you very much, Bella, for those updates.
Yes, I'll stick around.
And now time to go over to our AI anchor Arirang for more on the culture front. Arirang.
Thanks, Sua. Here's your AI guide to the latest cultural headlines from Korea. Let's begin with our top story. The government has pledged wide-ranging support to help BTS fans from around the world create unforgettable memories in Korea, marking the boy band's comeback performance this Saturday at Seoul's Gwanghwamun Square. The Korea Tourism Organization will install large-scale welcome banners on government buildings and operate promotional booths near Gwanghwamun Station to showcase K-content and travel information. The KDO's Promotion Center, located nearby, will host dance and singing events while providing free mobile charging, Wi-Fi, and restroom facilities on the day of the concert. Online, the Visit Korea platform will highlight nearby attractions and offer travel discounts. Additionally, the government will support global influencers in creating related content and expand multilingual interpretation services. The Busan International Film Festival has been officially designated an E-list event under a newly revamped accreditation system by the International Federation of Film Producers Associations. With the recognition, the festival joins an elite group of just 17 E-list film festivals worldwide, alongside Cannes, Berlin, and Venice. The E-list status is awarded based on a festival's overall global influence, reflecting a 2-year assessment of key indicators, including film selection, industry engagement, and audience participation. BIF Executive Director Chong Han-seok said efforts will continue to further enhance BIF's global standing as an E-list film festival. The Seoul city government is rebranding the capital as a 365-day festival city, aiming to better promote and manage year-round attractions. At a press briefing on Monday, officials said a wide range of seasonal festivals held in the city will be unified under a new brand, Fun Seoul. The initiative will focus on 4 key strategies, including developing the Hangang River as a central festival hub, expanding citizen participation, improving access to information, and revitalizing the local economy. The city also plans to expand its signature seasonal festivals while introducing new programs with the goal of becoming one of the world's top 5 cities. That's all from me. Turning now to a quick look at more K-culture stories making headlines today.
The National Museum of Korea is unveiling a fresh way to experience Korean art. Its newly reopened calligraphy and painting gallery will now spotlight iconic masterpieces through rotating seasonal exhibitions. Cha Yoon-kyung tells us more.
The National Museum of Korea, which closed its doors last August for renovations, has officially reopened its calligraphy and painting gallery. A new exhibition offers significant narrative depth by tracing the history of Korean calligraphy through stone inscriptions spanning from the Three Kingdoms period to the Joseon Dynasty. Additionally, the gallery has lowered the barrier to classical art by showcasing the iconic Sun, Moon, and Five Peaks, a piece that recently gained popularity through its appearance in the series K-pop Demon Hunters. The centerpiece of this renovation is the themed exhibition section. To commemorate the 350th anniversary of his birth, the gallery is currently highlighting the legendary artist Gyeomjae Jongseon. This exhibition brings together masterpieces previously seen only in textbooks, including the album of paintings of Kumgangsan Mountain made in the Shinmyo year, which marked the beginning of true view landscape painting, and his late career triumph Hagyeon Falls. This marks the inaugural showcase of the museum's new initiative to feature seasonal masterpieces within the calligraphy and painting gallery.
With seasonal rotations, we plan to highlight 2 or 3 must-see masterpieces under the title Masterpiece of the Season, including familiar works in school textbooks.
Works of calligraphy and painting are highly susceptible to damage if exposed to light for more than 3 months. So, the museum has traditionally rotated them on a regular basis. Now it provides a curated series that introduces different textbook masterpieces for every season.
It is a one-point special exhibition designed to bridge the 4 seasons, giving visitors a compelling reason to visit our museum at least 4 times a year.
As the newly transformed calligraphy and painting gallery is expected to drive a new wave of repeat visits, the upcoming global museum attendance statistics will provide a clear measure of the international standing of the National Museum of Korea, which reached a record-breaking 6.5 million visitors last year. 차윤경, 아리랑 뉴스.
Time now to dive into the world of K-Sports with our sportscaster Jason Lee joining us in the studio. Welcome back, Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Now, well, we're starting with a good afternoon, but I see the first story. The World Baseball Classic is over for Korea. So I'm sure you'll have a lot on that, but also plenty of other news in the world of K-Sports.
Yeah, it wasn't all raining and bad. Some good news, but yes, absolutely. Korea lost to the Dominican Republic in the WBC quarterfinals. It wasn't pretty, in fact. But some good news, too, as there were also 3 goals scored by Koreans in European leagues. Korea's women reached the semifinals of the Asian Cup in soccer. Kim Gi-ri continues to cruise in women's short track speed skating. And, hey, Korea captured 2 gold medals at the Paralympics, which just wrapped up over the weekend.
Well, let's get the bad news out of the way first. South Korea lost against the Dominican Republic. I don't want to say the number, but they lost 10-0. So, yeah, that's why we're out of the WBC. What happened?
Yeah, it was a mercy game. It was an absolute skunking. But hey, first off, let me just say that the Dominican Republic is an excellent team. This team is absolutely stacked, and they proved it in this game. Their starting pitcher, Christopher Sanchez, was second in National League Cy Young race the last season. He's basically one of the top pitchers in Major League Baseball. He did a great job of keeping the Korean batters off balance. He allowed just 2 hits in 5 innings of work with 1 walk and 8 strikeouts, obviously no runs. On the other hand, Ri Hyun-jin allowed 3 runs on 3 hits and 2 walks over an inning and 2/3. But, you know, I've got to say that Ri Hyun-jin really was not at fault for much of that, because the hits that drove in runs were either out of the strike zone completely or barely on the edge of it. But the Dominican hitters were just amazing on this day. They were golfing at balls, turning them into doubles and triples. Their base running was, They barely slid into home safe by like an inch based on a throw that was a little bit off target by Kim Ju-won. So there were a lot of little things that could have been done better. But in the end of the day, I mean, the Dominican Republic is just a really, really good team, and they proved it in this one.
Right. Have you guys actually watched it early in the morning on the weekend?
Yeah,
live?
It was bright and early. I'll tell you this. It was like I was waking up to watch it, and then I kind of like, maybe I'll just go back to sleep.
For me, actually, I wanted to watch it, but I woke up too late. So I went to my TV. I'm like, okay, let's watch the game. Maybe it's not over, but it was already over. And yeah, then I watched the highlights.
Yes, I watched the highlights as well. But speaking of Yoo Hyun-jin, he actually announced that he will retire from the national team as well, right?
Yeah, and I think you see Koreans do this quite often when they still have some gas in the tank. As an example, I think Yang Lee-ji probably could have made this team as well. But I think players like that, they want to give the younger players an opportunity to make the national program better. They still, once again, have gas in the tank. They got things to offer, but to improve the Korean system long term, it probably is better to give the younger players some international experience, which is what I think is on the mind of both these players.
For sure. I mean, it's unfortunate that they're out, but it was still good because it was Korea's first time in 17 years getting to the quarterfinals, right? So, I mean, the result is kind of unfortunate, but maybe we could say it's still kind of a positive conclusion for Korea?
Absolutely. I think there were definitely a lot of positives to take from this. I mean, internationally, Korea really hasn't been great for maybe last decade and a half, I would say. But I do see some potential with the emergence of Kim Do-young, An Hyun-min, and from this tournament, Moon Bo-kyung, 11 RBIs in the first round. That's the most that any player in any year has actually produced in the first round. So maybe that will give Moon Bo-kyung a lot of confidence in the KBO season to come. Hopefully that'll help develop him to the next step. I do think Korea needs to develop some more pitching, as we really haven't produced, I would say, a top-notch arm that can dominate since An Woo-jin, and he hasn't pitched since 2023 because of injury as well as his military service. So we'll see what happens to him in the near future. But I do think that Korea, if they want to take the next step in international play, they are going to have to do something about the pitching improvements as well. Maybe come from some of the players in North America as well. They were missing Riley O'Brien this year, so maybe being able to have him in the future would help as well. But I do want to say, I think expectations play a large part in these World Baseball Classic, because we've got to remember, first ever WBC, Korea goes to the semifinals, they finish third. Second ever WBC, they go to the finals, they lose to Japan in extra innings, and then they don't make it out of the first round in the next three. But I think after those first two, we just assume that naturally, well, okay, they're going to reach the semifinals every single time.
Right.
But I think each of the other teams have leveled up since then. And I think their expectations have gone up. They're paying more attention to this. And Korea, kind of been left behind the last 15, 17 years. But hopefully now, with the success of this time around, we can build on this for 3 years down the road.
Let's hope so, and let's hope they take your advice to heart as well, Jason. And let's get to some good news now and move to football. There were 3 goals scored by Korean players over the weekend. So yeah, who were they and what kind of goals were they?
Yeah, solid goals, actually. Let's start off with Yang Hyun-jun, who scored a pair of goals for Celtic in their 3-1 win over Motherwell in the Scottish Premiership. His first goal was a surgical strike from near the penalty dot right into the corner. That tied the game at 1. He then added an insurance marker in the 79th minute on a partial breakaway. You could say that it was partially due to a defensive gaffe. But hey, it also took a lot of skill for him to finish the goal. And afterwards, I think Hong Myung-bo took notice, because Yang Hyun-jun was recently added to Korea's national team for their next exhibition game. That's coming up against Cote d'Ivoire on March the 28th, in just a week and a half. So hopefully we'll get to see him on the big stage as well. Meanwhile, the other goal, that was scored by Lee Jae-sung for Mainz in Germany. That was scored on a finish that honestly wasn't pretty, but hey, they all count the same. And I think when you take someone of Lee Jae-sung's talent, he's probably one of Korea's top 5 Korean players on the national team, I would say. So certainly a great result for him. And the goals, they all count the same. And when you're as good as he is, you score some amazing goals, and then sometimes you're in the right place at the right time to finish, as he was sort of able to do. But regardless, couple of nice goals for the Koreans this weekend.
Great.
Definitely always exciting to hear those goals from Europe. And now let's shift to women football as well. We have some good news for Korea's women team as well. They advanced to semifinals in the Asian Cup, so please fill us in.
Yeah, Korea's women's team, they're doing well as of late. This game, actually, it was not close at all. Korea slammed Uzbekistan 6-0. They will now face rivals Japan in the semifinals. That goes tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Korean time. If they win that, they will meet the winner of China and the hosts Australia, who play tonight at 7 p.m. But, win or lose for Korea, their semifinal berth, it earns them entry into next year's Women's World Cup in Brazil. But I think it's safe to say that Korea is going to want to beat Japan as usual. Of course, a big rivalry between those teams tomorrow night. And of course, if they were to be crowned AFC champs, this would actually be the first time. Korea's women have never won this tournament. The closest that they came was they actually went to the finals 4 years ago when they lost to China 3-2. So maybe, this team, a lot of the players similar from 4 years ago, if they're heading in the right direction, if they can win a championship this time around, what a feather in the cap it would be, and a boost to their confidence as well.
Right.
Wow. What are your expectations, Jason?
I love their chances. You look at how they dominated Uzbekistan, and going in against Japan. Korea always does well against Japan in tournaments like these. National pride on the line. You know how Koreans feel about that. So yeah, I think the one thing I would say is they're going to play the winner of China and Australia, and this is in Australia. Home field advantage often does play, an advantage when it comes to things like that. So I would say, even though they lost to China 4 years ago, I would rather play China than Australia at home.
All right.
Yes,
so 6 p.m. tomorrow. I'm not going to be sleeping for that game.
Best of luck to Team Korea. And now let's talk about one Korean woman that actually doesn't need luck anymore because she did great. It's our own 2 gold medalists, Lambor Gilly, which is Kim Gilly, right? So please tell us about how she did.
That's right. The Lambor Gilly. Kim Gilly was, of course, Korea's top Winter Games athlete in Italy after winning gold medals in both the 1,500 meter as well as the 3,000 meter relay in short track speed skating. This time, she won gold at the World Championships in both the 1,000 and 1,500 meter events. And she wasn't the only double gold winner for Korea this time. Lim Jong-un also won the 1,000 and 1,500 meter on the men's side as well. And you might remember that he won silver and bronze medals in Italy. He's just 18 years of age and also has a bright future. When you're that young and already this successful, I think he is definitely one of the skaters that we're going to look forward to 4 years down the road at the next Winter Olympics, but already showing, world champion, double world champion. So we'll see how he improves in the future as well.
Yes, definitely. And I have to mention Kim Gilly's 1,000. That was very close because she started last, but she won gold by 0.009 seconds, right? So definitely enjoyed that match.
And the person that she had to overtake on the final lap, by the way, she overtook her on the final lap. It was the defending gold medalist from the Winter Olympics a couple of weeks ago. So a little bit of redemption there.
I know.
Yes, definitely Kim Gilly, Im Jong-un, names to remember. And last but not least, speaking of the Winter Games, let's move on to the Paralympics, which just ended earlier this week in Milano Cortina. And you earlier said Korea won 2 gold medals.
Yeah, okay. Korea won 2 gold medals. Actually, they won 7 medals total, but I should specify that, 2 of both those gold medals and 5 in total was won by one person. That was Kim Yoon-ji, who won a gold and silver in para biathlon. And then in a completely different discipline, she also won a gold and 2 silvers in para cross-country skiing. I mean, what an amazing feat. 5 medals total, 2 of them gold. and in two different disciplines, biathlon and cross country. So amazing for her. Korea also did take silver in wheelchair curling and a bronze in medals snowboarder cross, thanks to Lee Jae-hyuk as well. So Korea doing well at the Paralympics as well.
Right, great to be ending off on this celebratory note, and thank you very much for covering all those sports issues, Jason.
My pleasure as always.
And thank you, Bella, as always. We're going to have you back here on Thursday.
Yes, I'll see you back very soon.
Thanks for watching and your interest in everything K-culture. Please tune in again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Korea time. Keep diving.